Okay, welcome back to turn 15 of Semper Gumby. So we ended the last turn with a bang, and Halloween's air power has annihilated this Humvee. It is gone. It is an ex-Humvee. Because that's what happens when you drop a 500-pound bomb on a light-skinned vehicle. We've also had this squad in here has finally gone down. And roundabout, they lasted about 10 minutes. Not too shabby. And we're kind of waiting to see what Halloween is going to do in the center. Is he going to push, push down the map edge, or is he going to try and seize this area here? We're going to find out. Over here, the sniper team has put the hurt out. He got 5 kills altogether. 4? No, just 4 in the last. In the last turn. These guys over here are pinned down, but these guys are going to open up on them. These guys are going to open up on them, and there is that recce squad moving around this way. So they are going to pull out. Hopefully, they might end up getting wasted, but that's okay. They are just there to buy time, essentially. So yeah, interesting to see what happens. I am hopefully going to get some mortars in. This time we had a spotting round from the 155s drop in. From this guy. He's trying to drop it on that building. That's a bit of a choke point. You know, I can see he's pushing lots of infantry up this way, so if I can just stop, you know, a 155 shell every 30 seconds on that area, that's going to slow him down a lot, and that's what I want to do. Might get the mortars in as well. But I'm also adjusting them because they are that's one of their spotting rounds. They're kind of way off target, and I don't think they're going to adjust very effectively. So, not quite on the mark with the artillery here. I could have done with not messing around with it quite so much, but if the result of this is that Halloween thinks that I am not on the ball with my artillery as he's getting closer to the TRPs, I've got one there and one there, then that's awesome because it just means he's going to get a very nasty surprise when things kick off. Speaking of which, let's just press go. Oh, look at all that infantry. And of course, one of the issues that I'm going to get here is that because that squad's down, I'm going to lose quite a lot of spotting ability because I just don't have anybody, you know, eyeballing that kind of area. When was that? That was about 30 seconds. So I think that's just the mortar shells landing in random places. It's the 155s though. Have some of that. Oh, yeah, there's the magic words. Fire for effect. So, amusingly, the 155s are going to come in before the mortars here. Interesting. I think that's about the end of the turn. And there's the lone survivor from that sniper team now who is just like trying to shoot these guys up as they run across. I will get back to what I think they're doing in a bit. Let's go. I heard an explosion at about 30 seconds. That's another splash. Boom. Another completely off map spotting round there. So that's why I want to adjust the mortars back this way. But anyway, let's not a lot going on there, but we'll check it later. How is the sniper team doing? Corporal Horgan. Now because his boss is dead. So yeah, they've got the message. They are doing one. Just stopping to fire off some Ralphus rounds at the enemy there. I think they nailed that guy. No. Oh well. So yeah, this is that kind of like a little bit of forward thinking paying off there, which is that they're now shifting to this building here, and they had a safe exit route, so they could just get out there. They had that building as cover. You know, they can just get back in there, and yeah, now the Germans have to come and root them out. So they've gone away with it. I might see if I can't get them to look this way, so that they're looking over here. We can get another, like a reconfirmed spot on that that recce team, Alkflerung. And still, he's still pouring loads of troops over here. So that's wow, that's a whole squad. Team. Oh yeah. See, here's your HQ element for your Gebirgsjägers. God, look at that guy just carting that GMG around like a boss. So look, squad, GMG team, platoon HQ, squad, squad. Yeah, so you know, we're learning. We're seeing what he's up to. So definitely one platoon this way, and definitely one platoon that way. Possibly elements of another platoon as well. Plus we have what he's got hanging around in his setup zone, which includes a HQ right next to a GMG. So that's probably another platoon. See, they are just building up information all the time. Now, let's go check what we've got over here. So not a lot, I don't think. But some of the things that Halloween is going to be doing here are going to be interesting. They're going to tell us quite a lot. So something I've looked up in the meantime is German infantry don't have breach kits like the US infantry do. Who's looking at them? That sniper team. Yeah, what can they see from there? That's kind of a tangential shot, but might actually give them get them to fire fry, because they, yeah, we're on the ground. I'm clicking on the wrong people. There we go. They have a pretty good, not an amazing field of fire, but that just makes it harder for the enemy to spot them. So yeah, maybe I should have remembered about those guys. And there they are, moving over there. Okay. Anyway, breach kits. Yeah. So to be breaching through the walls and the buildings, like a team blasted their way in here. For Halloween to be able to be doing that, he's either brought breach teams along, or he has Panzer Pioneers, however you pronounce it in German, Pioneer, whatever. So he's either has a Pioneer company with his force, or he attached breach teams to it. Either way, full marks are forward planning, but I may be able to not exploit that, but you know, so where am I going with this? This team running away at the back, that means it's a valuable asset. He doesn't want it in the front line. So it's going back. I might be the Panzer Pioneers, because unless it's just the squad, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. I thought it might be engineers. You know, he's moved the engineers in, they've done their engineer stuff, and then he pulls them back so he can save them for later because they're a valuable asset. But if he's running around with a Panzerfaust 3, maybe not. Unless they are actual pioneers as opposed to a breach team. Not sure. Either way, he's actually moving troops out of this building. Which is interesting, because I kind of would have thought, you know, now he's got this building, he's going to put some bodies in it, and see, find out what I've got going on here. So we've taken the position. This position is now the fire support position. Yeah, is now the fire support position. The previous fire support position back here moves up, and you cycle like that, platoon level fire movement. But that's not happening. Or I don't know whether it's not happening or not. He might not be doing that. So yeah, very interesting. And then of course he's also moved over here. Probably you can just hop over this wall and... Huh. How do you get in that building? Around this side. How interesting. So I think we need to open up this sight line here, definitely. But anyway... yeah, nothing unexpected. Pretty good turn. No pixel drop and casualties that time. We got this great, fantastic infantry target over there. And we can see if these guys are now firing for effect. Oh no, he's still spotting. So, it was a very close shot though, so he's probably going to switch to firing effect. They've probably given the fire for effect call, so the observer has seen the rounds land near the target, gives the final correction, and then says to the battery, fire for effect, and then in a little while, depending on the delay, the battery will get back to us and say, okie dokie then, we'll fire for effect. Then the mission is complete, and we can get this guy, this FIST team, lieutenant? I think that's a first lieutenant. I don't know, Americans are weird. Weird rank system. Well, it's not really, I just don't understand it. We can swap him on and maybe try and get some mortars coming in down here. Which I think would be effective, should we say. But we've got to wait a turn for that. Let's clear your guys' target so you can now engage Halloween's troops if they come down there. And you guys, let's make sure you're facing that way so you can see. Depends how fast Halloween's going to move in on them, basically. They're eyeballing those guys like there's like this kind of sniper duel happening here. You got these guys, these Germans with the Barrett, and they're kind of looking in this direction at the other guys, my guys with the Barrett up there. Interesting. Of course they have backup though. I mean, that GMG, if that, well, you can't see. Doesn't matter about that then. How well can these guys see those targets out there? Not very, so yeah, let's not let them loose quite yet. Yeah, how are the mortars doing? We've now fired 7 spotting rounds. That's not fantastic. Let's be honest. But once they come in, we might actually adjust those over there instead, because we should be able to manage that. But whatever. My attempts to keep these short are kind of not working because I'm thinking too much. But anyway, yeah, no major changes there. Let's just press the button and send it back while we try and figure out exactly what Halloween is going to do next.